All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a very, very special guest coming up on the podcast. This young man, in high school was an Under Armour All-American, where he then went on to commit at the University of Maryland, and he set the record for single season rushing yards by a freshman at the University of Maryland, where he also became an All Big Ten selection, and he was in this past draft was the fourth round pick of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So without further ado, Mr. Anthony McFarland Jr. Anthony, what's up, baby? How are you, man?
What's going on, man? Just maintaining. How's everything going?
I like it, man. Things good up here, making the best of the situation.
Yep.
So just talk a little bit, man. Just how have you been handling this virtual offseason with the Steelers, and what steps have you been taking to stay ready for when the season does start?
This process, man, it's been a little different. Something that, not just me, but a lot of athletes really never been through before with the virtual FaceTime meetings and everything. But still try to not make no excuses about it. I treat it like anything else, man. I understand it's a process, and this is what we have to do right now, and it's not in not in none of us control. So we gotta do what we gotta do. So that's been my whole mindset towards this whole process. Just focus, locked in, dial in on all the plays that I'm learning and rookie mini camp, and going out and working out. As soon as I hang up with those guys and just work on my craft. So I just been on a routine every single day, man. Just trying to stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? Get up. For me, it's every day in the morning. Like I said, as soon as I'm done, I hang up. I'm ready to go get some work in and come back home and do it all over again.
I like that. Now, you're a guy that's very familiar with being in the meeting rooms, obviously playing at the University of Maryland. So just talk about the challenges that are presented by you not being able to have that, interperson contact, being around the coaches directly, being able to have them on the practice fields and stuff like that with you.
It's definitely tough. Like I said, it's still tough. Even though you got to get through it, like not being able to see the coaches and the coaches being able, not being able to get their hands on you and meet you as a person. More so meet you as a person through FaceTime calls and everything. It just kind of sets everything back. So really, that's the main thing I've been waiting for, man. I just can't wait to get this process over with and actually meet not even just the coaches, the players, and just everybody face to face, man. Get a chance to really know about each other. So I'm looking forward to that.
I like it.
Now, we were doing some research online, and this goes back to your decision to go to Maryland. You were considering Alabama, Georgia, Penn State, Miami, some other big schools. Why did you decide upon Maryland?
So I was silently committed to Miami. For the U. I was definitely going there, man. I already knew my mind was already made up. As soon as Mark Richt had left Georgia, because I was a big Georgia fan, and so when Mark Richt left, I just decided that if he went to when he was coaching at the U, I wanted to be a part of that. But I don't know, towards the end of the process, I just started thinking about just staying home where my family doesn't really have to move so much to come see me play and fly. I didn't want that to be a problem, even though I don't think it was going to be a problem for them. I was still thinking of them, man, just not having to always get on the plane to come see me play or travel always to the away games. And I just really wanted to be home. I was real big on, especially if it was a home game. I always understood that my parents didn't make away games, but home games for sure. I always wanted to make sure that my family and whoever I wanted to see watching me play, that they was able to be there. And that was something that stood out to me at the end of my recruitment. And I'm just like, what better place to do it, for you to just be home in my backyard. So I took that approach too. I'm just thinking about, my family.
I like that, man.
When did you switch? Like when, how close was it, to the end of that process? Was there like a timeline for that?
A lot of you not, man. It was the day before signing day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like I believe so. It was like a day before not signing day. Let me take that back. Before I had a commitment announcement I was gonna make, and I had already. It was with Bleacher Report, and I had already made a Miami one with the Bleacher Report guys already, and then I had a meeting with the Maryland coaches, and they just put everything in perspective for me. And I told you I was thinking about my family. And I just called and it was like, man, I don't think I want to go to Miami no more. It was crazy, man. That's something I won't never forget. Like it was just real close up to that day, and they end up having a Bleacher Report. People end up having to come back and making a whole Maryland edit instead of Miami. So yeah, man, it was crazy. It was crazy process, man. But like I said, I feel like I was where I was supposed to be. I feel like I stayed home for a lot of reasons, not just football. I met a lot of good friends off the field, that I'll be with and I'll talk to the rest of my life. So, once you leave college and understand that it's bigger than the game, you're really comfortable with the decisions that you made. That's why I really don't live life no regrets. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna live, you learn. So.
I like that, man. I could definitely respect you too, man, in terms of making that decision to essentially decommit and go ahead and decide to go to the University of Maryland. That's never easy to do. Now, speaking a little bit more about you being from Maryland and stuff like that, we saw online where you were teammates with Chase Young at DeMatha Catholic High School. So just talk about what that experience was like for you. And did you know when you were playing with him in high school that he was going to, grow into be who he is now in terms of this superstar, number 2 overall draft pick and stuff?
Yeah. Me and Chase, we play on the same high school team. So it's like for me, man, everything that he's doing now, that he's been doing, like he been doing it since day one, since I seen him, man. Like it just the way people see him play at Ohio State. I didn't already seen that at DeMatha, so it was just like when people started to hear about him in college, like, man, who is this guy, man? This and this and that. It was just like I wasn't so surprised because I seen him in practice, I seen him in the game. That's really who he is as a football player. So it's just crazy to see how much better he has gotten, like over the years from high school, from where he came in to where he's at now, man. And it's just like it's crazy because he always had that same mentality that he has now, and that's the thing about the world. Some people, they have to, go through things and build on that mindset. And it's just some guys who just got it. You know what I'm saying? And Chase Young is one of them.
I like that. And just out of curiosity, were there any other guys from your team in DeMatha that got drafted as well?
From that team, I think no. I believe it was just me and Chase and Team Ellis. Yep.
Okay, I like that.
Now, speaking of DeMatha, everything that I've seen online and even on your feed has high praises for the school, just it being a great football program, but also a school in general. Can you speak on that? Like, what about that school? Was it a teacher, maybe coach, some type of moment that helped you become the man you are today, like looking back on everything?
That's crazy you say that, man, because DeMatha is a powerhouse, man, and people just think it's a powerhouse, for just sports, football, and a basketball school, and it's bigger than that, man. Just the connections and the people who have went through there, and the stuff that you learn, and just the curriculum. It prepares you for life. And speaking for me, that was my first time being in a Catholic school and private school. I came from a public school, a rough public school, rough environment. So me making the decision to go to DeMatha and get away from that environment and see a new, different side of life was important to me because I knew that was the only way that I was gonna make it out here. So I was nervous at first coming into DeMatha because I didn't know what I was getting in. It was an all boys school, but once I stepped in there and seeing how it was just a tight brotherhood and how you never lose those connections and you really learn what it takes to be a gentleman and scholar, as DeMatha, that's the little DeMatha saying. They really mean it and they really stand on that, man. It prepares you for the rest of your life. Like I said, I done been through it all at DeMatha, a lot of adversity. And one thing that I learned from being there at a young age is like, man, you going for the rest of your life as a human being, you're gonna go through a lot of things in life, but ultimately, man, it's just all about how you respond to it. That's really what life all about. Is like how do you respond to things, and that's what I'm starting to get more and more as I'm out here in life. But all that, man, I learned that from DeMatha and just all the teachers. And I had one tutor named Phelan, and I think about her every day because when I first came in, it was a lot that I didn't know. It was just like I was catching up, and she stood by my side, through them 4 years, man, through it all, helping me, with my work after practice, helping me with my work before practice, having to text my coach and saying I'm gonna be a little late, really gotta study for this test. And she really made me realize how important school was, and I really appreciate her for that, And one day I want the whole world to know about her because I feel like without her, she, I would never got through DeMatha without her helping, her guidance. And like I said, man, everybody different. Some people that don't need guidance, who can handle things on their own, and there's just some people out here, man, who need it, man, who need to get shown the way. So
I like that, man.
That's what DeMatha did for me.
That's definitely dope. And I was reading too that you were splitting carries while you were running back there. And I mean, you were obviously awesome in high school. If you were to go to another school, you could have been averaging 2,500 yards a year or something, being the main guy. Was that, you spoke on adversity, was that something that was like adversity to you? And, how did you handle that?
That wasn't something that was really adversity to me because I always been a good teammate when it comes to things like that, man. Like, ever since I've been playing football, I always knew that, it's never going to be a one-man show with football. You know what I'm saying? It's not basketball where one man can take over the whole game. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I understand that about football, man. Like, it really takes all 11, like literally all 11. And if one man doesn't do their job, then the whole play is blown up. And that's what people don't understand about football, the outsiders, that's what the game is all about. So I always understood that at a young age, man. And I just love something, I don't know, since I was young, I just love having, just another guy or guys and that played at the same position as me, that's good enough or even better than me, man. I feel like that helps me become a better player, and that also makes me not want to be not selfish at all. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I feel like people should like dudes, athletes should like guys, man, that's that plays their position, and you got to split curve because that helps both of you guys, man. That helps your body, and that just helps you win ball games. That's how I look at it, man. It's not gonna be one man that's gonna help you in the football game. It's gonna take some guys, and that's how I always looked at it. Even at Maryland, I split curves with my best friend Jerron Lee. Like that's what we wanted. We wanted that because we knew that's what it would help each other, especially the position we play is wear and tear, and I understand that.
Absolutely, man. And I think that's showing a lot of wisdom for you, man, because in this culture, in this day and age, I feel like it's always the opposite. People want to be the guy. They don't want to split. They want to be the alpha. But to hear the humility that you have, knowing that, yeah, you can excel by yourself, but you can go so much further with people around you helping you out, man. I think that's dope that you got that mindset, man.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, I always learn, like, when you don't, feed into wanting to be the guy and, wanting to be the man in the show, like good things come to you, good things happen, so I always was taught that, and that's why I always, stay humble through it all, never get big headed, never get too high, never get too low, man, and just try to play this game like it's supposed to be played.
I like that, man. I like that. Now, this year, obviously the NFL draft, it was unprecedented in terms of being fully online, virtual. So just talk about what was that like for you, man? Because this is a big moment in every player's life when they get drafted, man. So just talk a little bit about that experience, man.
It was definitely a crazy experience, man. Just to talk about how nervous I was, I know a lot of guys, man, they always got they hats and everything ready for all the teams because you never know who's gonna pick you. Man, I didn't have anything. I was like, man, yep. I'm down. People said, man, that's different, but I was just like, man, I wasn't really thinking of that. I was just like, man, I just want to hear my name get called. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to hear my name get called. I wasn't thinking about putting on no hat. Like I was just thinking the bigger picture, man. I just want to get my name, get called, and get ready to work. Because regardless if I put on hand or not, right now I still ain't made the team yet. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
it's like at the end of the day, that's how I look at it, man. I just that whole time, I just wanted to just hear a name get called. Whatever team, call me,
Now,
it's on.
now, did you have an idea that it would potentially be the Pittsburgh Steelers?
No, I didn't know it. I actually really didn't know at all. I never seen it coming. Talking to my agents and everything, getting feedback from teams, and I didn't expect it at all. But as soon as I seen my name on the board and I just looked, I'm like, wow, I'm really a Pittsburgh Steeler. Like that's just huge. That's huge when I thought about it. So man, I definitely feel like, man, everything happens for a reason. I feel like God put me through it all, and I definitely feel like it's a reason that I got picked up in the 4th round, and I'm a Pittsburgh Steeler.
I like it, man. And now, obviously, when you were at the University of Maryland, Coach Tomlin's son was playing there with you. So prior to the draft, did you have any type of relationship with Coach T?
Not at all. See, we talked at the combine, a formal meeting, but we never, he came up there, but he was always, just being a dad up there. He was never up there being a coach. He was always up there being a dad, and that's something I always respected about him. Man, he always came up there being a dad, being there for his son. So, no, I really never, even in college, never really had no interaction with him. I think it was one time I had just walked past him in the hallway up there and shook his hand and kept it moving. But other than that, since I at the combine, we really didn't talk. But as soon as I got drafted, man, I just like I said, I was excited because I know the type of guy he is. He's a player's coach, and that's what all players want when they looking for a coach.
Absolutely, man. And now, since being drafted, you've been receiving a ton of praise from, any sports show. Obviously, Willie Parker, Reggie Bush, he spoke on you recently. So just talk about, man, what does that mean to you? And do you feel any added pressure to perform this upcoming season?
Man, like I said, like to see Reggie Bush say that, it definitely means a lot. It's much respect, but I try to not really feed in and stuff like that, man. That's not really me. Like I said, I respect it, especially from it coming from him. But at the end of the day, I still got to get on the field, and I still got to play. And like I said, I'm always respect it because they know something that a lot of people don't know that I know. So at the end of the day, I respect it, but I'm not gonna let that get to my head because I haven't played it down yet in the NFL. So at the end of the day, it's just like I got a chip on my shoulder, man. I got something to prove, man. I'm not just saying that because I'm a rookie and I just got drafted. I just feel like that's how you got to be playing this game. I always been like that.
Well, I definitely can hear it in your voice, man. Just the humility, but that shit, man, you can hear it, and I think that's ultimately going to help you be very successful, man. As long as you stay on that path, and keep that same mindset, man.
Yeah, like somebody quote, and it said, all a man out here should do in this world, man, is just want an opportunity. That's it. That's it, man. I'm never been the type guy to, ask for this and ask for that. My whole mindset is, man, I just want an opportunity and I just want a chance. And once I get that opportunity and chance, I know I'm not going to look back. So I feel like not even just with football, but with anything in life, man, I feel like people out here, man, should really stop, trying to get this and be greedy for that, man, and just, pray to God and just ask for an opportunity because that's really all you need at the end of the day when it comes down to it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Now, obviously, you picked number 26, and from everything I've read, it's due to your respect to Le'Veon Bell. Now, was there any hesitation in picking 26? Did you go through other numbers?
It was definitely a little bit of hesitation. I was thinking about 21, really wanted 25, but like I said, my boy had 25 at Maryland. I knew that's been his number, so I wanted him to have it. So
Man, you a good dude, man.
Yeah. Nah, man, I understand. It's bigger than football with me, man. I really mean that when I say that. I feel like I'm a genuine dude, man. And a lot of people, once people get to be around me more, a lot of people will see that, you know.
I like that, man, because you know how it is with the number, man. People that touches soul.
Yeah.
Need that
Yeah,
number,
but
man.
no, I didn't think about it. I wasn't thinking about 26 for Le'Veon Bell. I just ultimately, like, to tell the truth, I really just was like, you know what, that's the next number.
Okay.
I'm gonna just go with that, and I went with it. And I used to watch Clinton Portis and like guys like Saquon got 26 now, and I love Le'Veon Bell game. So at the end of the day, it was just like, you know what, why not? That's how I look at it.
I like that, man. I like that a lot. Now, speaking of, a couple of your Maryland teammates, man, you're gonna be joining a large amount of your guys on the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. So just talk about your feelings about that, and what's your thoughts on that?
It's a good feeling, man. It feels like kind of like home for real, because you got guys. It's different because a lot of guys go to places and organizations where they really don't have nobody when they first get there. So it's cool that I got a lot of guys, even like Maryland natives, guys like Marcus Allen, Joe Hayden, those guys like that, guys I can relate to. Derwin Gray, just guys where I'm from, the same area as us, man. I get to, they get to bring me in and just show me the ropes.
I like it, man. And now, I was reading about you, and they said that you and Devin Bush, man, y'all got a nice little relationship going and things like that, man. And obviously, with him playing at Michigan, could you talk a little bit about how that whole relationship, that friendship, started out?
It started on the field, bro. Like, remember one time he tackled me and he just got up, talking trash. He was just like, "You can't mess with me." He was like, "You can't mess with me for real." And I was laughing. I was like, "Man, I love that." I was like, "He a great player," and I was just like, "Man, I love that because I'm that type of guy too." So, he said that, and after that, we were just playing ball. And after the game, he had came up to me. He was like, "Man, I love your game, bro. Just keep going." And I told him the same thing. And ever since then, man, I've been a fan of him.
Respect.
And I was looking through your Twitter bio. You have the Bible verse Luke 12:48 on there. Is there some type of reason you have that verse? Is there a deeper meaning for you?
Yeah, much is given, much is required. I got that on me. I got that. That's my first tattoo I ever got on me in high school. Luke 12:48. I did by that. Much is given, much is required, man. So, anything out in this world, whatever somebody will give to you, like I say, even an opportunity, you gotta take that seriously. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take that seriously, and at the end of the day, like I take that as somebody give me a chance, man. I'm taking it, and I'm not gonna look back, and I'm gonna give it all out because that's what they expected,
No, 100%. I know me and Moats can both agree with that for sure,
indeed, man.
and
Yes,
can feel that in our own lives. Yeah.
I like that. Now, man, you're going to have an even bigger platform. So I think it is important that you keep that mindset, man, in terms of understanding the importance of giving back and being just an impactful person, man.
Yeah, man, I think that's what it's all about. Like I said, I'm a football player. I love games, but I know that it's more to it's more to football. It's more to life, and I feel like I've been around a lot of good people, who has raised me right into trying to be 100 steps ahead. Just things like coming into the lead, saving your money, invest, give back to the youth, nonprofits, just a lot of things, try to make, change the world. So I'm not only, trying to come in and play the game that I love. I also want to use my platform and what I have to change the world in a positive way.
I like that, man. I like that a lot. Now, going into this upcoming season, man, what are you most looking forward to?
Really, man, I'm looking forward to getting to see the vets. I've always been a fan of the game, so it's just gonna be crazy to see guys like Big Ben, the Pouncey, bro, and just a lot of guys, man. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to learning. I like to learn. I like to pick people's brain. Because I feel like each person I go to, each person I talk to, I can always learn something from them, whether it's negative or positive. So that's something I can't wait to do, man. To just learn, pick those guys' brains that's been there before me, who have earned their stripes, and push forward until I can get there one day.
I like that. I like that a lot, man.
Yeah, dude, that's a good mindset. Definitely learning and curiosity. That's the way to go.
All
Yep.
right. And
Yep.
now, and I was gonna say, man, the last thing we got for you, man, before you get up out of here, just talk about why should Steeler Nation be excited about you, man?
I feel like Steeler Nation should be excited about me, man, because I feel like I can bring a lot to the table when it comes to football. I feel like I bring a lot of excitement to any team or any offense I'm on, and I just feel like, man, I'm not don't really want to brag on myself, but I feel like I'm a home run hitter that just loves to make big plays, and not just for me, but I love to make big plays for my team. That's the type of guy I am, man. I want to be that guy to make a play for the team, to get the team going, so that gets everybody else going to make plays. That's the type of guy I am, and I know that's how football works. You see a guy out there making plays, going hard for his team. For you to be a football player, it's only right for you to match that energy, man, and go harder. And that's when the championships and stuff start coming in, when you got things going on like that. So that's all I really want to do, man. Just come in and just make an impact, man. I don't want to come in and be the man, like I said. I want to come in and learn and just make an impact, man. Even if that's just coming in for a play or two, getting a little carrier pass, it doesn't matter. I know whenever I got the ball in my hands, man, I can make an impact in a lot of ways.
I like that, man. Major respect. And trust me, Steeler Nation is excited. I'm excited for you, man. And ultimately, man, we just appreciate you taking some time out to hop on the podcast with us. Wish you nothing but the best for this upcoming season, man. And keep being great at life, man.
Man, it's no problem. I appreciate you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
No doubt,
No
man.
doubt, man. Have a good one.
All right.
All right, you too, man.
All right, peace.